Okay, so this is the React website. Okay, so here we'll press on get started. So here you can see quick start. Okay, inside the quick start there is a command we are seeing here like npx create a React app, and after that there is a project name. Okay, so first of all we have to install a Node.js application in our system. So for that we need to search Node.js. So this is the basic requirement to create a React app. So first we have to install the Node.js in our local system. Okay, so here you can see there are two options are available here. The first one is the recommended for most user, and the second one is the latest feature. Okay, so we have to every time we have to install like a recommended for most user option. Okay, this is the stable one, and this one will be the current, means they just released this new feature in the 19.8.1. so we don't need to install, we have to install the stable version of Node.js. So we are, while clicking on this, it will goes to download. Okay, and just after downloading we just have to install this application like by pressing next button as we install more application in our PC. So there we know that how to install any software in our PC. Okay, and after that we have to run a command of npx create React app. Okay, by so where we have to create. So first you need to install that Visual Code. Everybody know about Visual Code Studio? If no, then just search that Visual Studio Code and just download it from here. Okay, and we have to install this software, and it will be shown like this. Okay, this type of screen it will show. Now we have to create a folder. Okay, and create a folder, and just we need to go through this terminal and just copy that the command. Okay, so yeah, so this command we have to run in this terminal. Okay, in the last lecture I have shown you that how to create a project. So just you have to need to run this command. Which command? Just copy from here and just paste it like that. Okay, then it will create a project automatically. So after creating a project, this type of folder structure will create here. Okay, so what things are inside this folder structure? First one is the node modules. The node modules are the nothing but the dependencies required to create a React app. Okay, and inside the source folder we have to code in the React. Okay, so after creating this project we have to run. Okay, so for running we know the command that npm run start. Okay, just enter this and let's see. It will take some time to run. Till that I will show you more about this folder structure. This one is this package.json is a file where all the versions and the dependencies and the running command to run the project commands are available here. So you can see there is a dependencies object. Yeah, you know about JavaScript, there is an object. So in the package.json there are this is like a version and which dependencies are used in this project and which command we need to run. All these things are available in the package.json file. Okay, so to run the command to run the React project, we have there is a script tag here, and inside the script tag you can see there is a start and React script start. So so this is the actual command to run the React project, but React gives us very a facility to run a command with our we can give us a name to run the command. So here by default React gives us a command name as start. So that's why we just run the command like npm run start. Okay, So after running that command, the project will compile like this, okay? And it's what it says that in local you can here you can see it says you can now view ecom.app in the browser. Okay, this is the URL where we can see our app. So okay, it is executed. So here you can see I'm running again because it was executed, and here you can see in the local host 3000 it is running. Okay, yeah, it is running on localhost 3000. So means basically when we run first time the project, so it will show like this. Okay, this is the means we can say this is the home page of this application. Okay, uh, okay, first we'll see which page is running here. You can see here what it says: edit src/app.js and save to reload and learn React, and there is some icon is running there. Okay, I will show you from where it is showing. So this is the src folder. This is our source code where we have to code. Okay, and inside the src folder there is a app.js file, and inside that app.js file you can see there is the edit src and save to reload thing, and there is one logo which is rounding like that. Okay, so first I will remove these things first. Okay, and add my custom code like this is home, or this is, we can say this is root file. Okay, so if I save, this is a nothing but an HTML tag element, and so here you can see my code is running. Okay, I just remove that previous code and add my new. Okay, now first we'll try to understand what is the requirement, means which type of product we are making now. Okay, so I'm sharing one image. Everybody can see this image.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes, so the website will be looking like this. Here you can see this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard, means this is the first page of an application where we can see there is an two buttons are there, like add to cart buttons are there, and there is a plus minus which is used for we know that in every e-commerce website like Amazon we have to a facility to add quantities, means if we want to buy some product and but the quantity we can put there, means the same product we can buy 3 in 4 quantity. Okay, so that type of functionality we can implement, we will implement here today. And there are, this is the cards are showing in the with along with the images and some that product detail, and there is some button like add to cart. Whenever we click to choose the quantities here, and then we have to put add to cart. So what it will add the items, the particular item to our cart. So it will shown here. You can see in the navigation bar there is an options like ecom, dashboard, and there is an add to cart icon is there. So in that there is a, you can see this is the static value 4 is showing there. So when we press add to cart button here, the amount of items will be shown there. Okay, and after clicking that add to cart icon, there will be some different page will come here. We can see that which item we have chosen to buy. Okay, so this thing will done today. Okay, I will close this first. Okay, for that first we need to create a navigation bar. Okay, so in navigation bar, so how will we create navigation bar? First we'll create a navigation bar in Bootstrap. Okay, so for that we'll try to understand where we have to put a code and what is the component in the React. First we'll understand this. Okay, so here you can see there is a app.js file. .js file is basically a JavaScript file. Okay, and in that file you can see there is a function. Okay, and what function, you know, in the JavaScript there are functions we are practicing. So in the React, in the function, inside the function we can also show the HTML tags elements along with the functional logic. Okay, so here you can see there is an app function. Okay, here in the app.js file there is an app function which returns some HTML content. Okay, and we are exporting this app file. Okay, so it means it is a component. Okay, the file.js file with the function which returns something HTML element is nothing but a component. Okay, so the React is a single page application. Okay, so in single page application we can use the multiple component to show our pages and forms, whatever the requirement there is. So we need to use some components here. We have to make some multiple components to show our application as a multiple page, but it is a single page application. Okay, so first we will create the navigation bar. Okay, so first we'll go to the Bootstrap website. Bootstrap website. Okay, we'll find their navbar. So navbar in Bootstrap. Okay, I am just copying the HTML code from the Bootstrap. So you can see these are the navigation bars are present in the Bootstrap code. So the simple one we'll choose. So I will copy this code. Okay, first what I have to do, I have to create a component. Okay, so first we'll see how to create a component. First, inside the src folder we have to create a folder with the name of component. Okay, we can give any name. So but for understanding I am giving a component name, so you will get understand easily. Component. Okay, and inside the component folder we are creating some components. Okay, so first we have to make a simple structure that anyone can easily understand. So first I will create the navbar folder, and inside the navbar folder I am creating a navbar component. Okay, so navbar.js, the component with the extension .js file. Okay, navbar. So here we have to install one extension to use the shortcut keys to create a component. Okay, like here I'm showing how I'm going to create a component. Here, like I'm just typing the RSC. Okay, and here I am seeing some options are there. Like the first one is like a React stateless component. So first we need to understand what is React stateless component. The React stateless component is nothing but a functional component. The functional component means which returns some HTML value along with the functional logic. Okay, so here I'm just I'm choosing the first option. So my component is created. Okay, now first what I have to do, I have to just make the first character of the component name should be capital. Okay, and now I'm going to paste my HTML navbar code. So here you can see you are seeing some errors are showing there. Okay, so here I will just ignore for now. Here you can see in Bootstrap we know there is a class. Okay, there is a class. So in React the class name will be replaced as class name. So first work is what should I do? I will replace the class to class name. Okay, class name. Okay, I have just changed the class to class name because the React understand class name as a class. Okay, one in the camel case I have to write. Okay, fine. Now just I'm going to save the code. Okay, and you know this is the navbar component. Now I have to show this HTML code where in my dashboard. Okay, this dashboard. Okay, so here I'm seeing this root file which is coming from app.js file. Okay, so here app.js file is here. So now if I'm going to mention here, I have to import the navbar component in the app.js component. Okay, so first we have to understand the app.js component is the root component of the project. Okay, means whatever I have to code, I have to mention inside the app.js only. Okay, so here I have to present the navbar functionality. So I have to first import the navbar component in the app.js file. So here I'm going to, yes, so here the navbar component is automatically imported here, and I have to save the file. Okay, so here you can see in the HTML file, I have imported another component. Okay, so this thing we called as a parent-child communication. Means here the app.js component, it is the parent of all the component, and inside that app.js component, I have mentioned a navbar component, which is a child component of app. So it will, so currently here the navbar component will work as a HTML tag element. Okay, so we will also, there is another word, we call it as selector also. Okay, so first we'll see here, you can see some HTML things is displaying here, but not looking like this. Okay, we are copying the code of a bootstrap, so it should display like this, but it is like it is not arranging in a proper manner. So first we need to import a bootstrap in the React project. So for that we have to install yes, so first we have to install a bootstrap in our React project. So how we install, we have to run a command like npm install bootstrap. Okay, so it will install the whatever the dependencies required for a bootstrap classes. So it will install from here. Okay, so let's see, it will take a little bit time to install. Okay, so now here the bootstrap is installed. So first we need to confirm that it is installed or not. Okay, so for that we have to go package.json, and inside the package.json there is I told that about dependencies, that we have to check there that bootstrap is installed or not. Yes, we are seeing that, it means the bootstrap is installed properly there. Okay, and now we have to go and search. We just install the dependency of bootstrap but not implemented in our project. So first we need to see how to implement bootstrap in our React project. Okay, so I will search for React bootstrap. Okay, so here, so in the first page I will go there, the first link, I will press get started. Okay, and where here you can see, you can find there is a CSS tag is there. So we have to copy this import. Okay, and paste it on the app.js file. Okay, so this is my app.js file. If I put like that here, app.js file, why app.js file? Because the app.js is the root component of the React project. Okay, so I will save this code. Let's see it is working or not. Okay, now we can see the navigation bar is arranged in a proper manner as we show in Bootstrap website. Okay, so now as I show in the image, there were three options. Like first one is the ecom, second one is the dashboard, and third one is then add to cart icon. Okay, so I will change. I have to modify the navbar.js file. Okay, so I'm going to navbar.js file. So first one option was like ecom. Okay, So here first option is here no bar, so I have to change. This is the simple HTML bootstrap file. Okay. Yes, I think yeah, this one. So I have to rename it like that, ecom. Okay, ecom. Yeah, and the another option like dashboard, DASHBOARD. Okay, and the third one is was like a add to cart option. So first I will remaining other things from here. Okay, so first I have to save. So here you can see and current, you know, we don't need this. Yeah, and this adds to cart. Okay, so these options are now available in the navigation bar. Okay, now if I click on dashboard, so the dashboard page should be open there. Okay, so first of all, we have to for that we have to create a dashboard component. Okay, for navigation, so you can see here for navigation bar I have to create a component. So for a dashboard I also need to create a new component. Okay, so I will create a folder first inside the component folder. Okay, and dashboard, dashboard, and I have to create a dashboard component with the .js file extension. Okay, so now here I am trying RSC to create a stateless component. Stateless component means it is a functional component. Functional component means which returns the HTML code. Okay, so here I have created the dashboard component. So you can see this is dashboard. Okay, and another one like which add to cart pages also I have to make. So for that I will create another component inside a folder of add to cart. Okay, to cart, and I have to create another component like add to cart.js. Okay, so here now let's see. Yeah, okay, so I'll put it here first like this. Component. Now while clicking on those options like dashboard and add to cart, okay, the page should be navigate, means from dashboard to add to cart to dashboard. Okay, so for that we have to implement some navigation thing in this project. Okay, so for to implement the navigation thing, what we have to do, we have to add one more dependency with the name the React router DOM. Okay, so npm install React router DOM. So here it is. It could take a little bit time. Yes, so it is installed. First we have to check that whether it is installed or not. So just go to the package.json dependency, and here you can see there is a React router DOM is installed already. Okay, now come to the app.js file. Okay, now we have three components. First one is the navbar. Okay, second one is the dashboard. So dashboard. Okay, so first character should be capital there. Okay, all right. Now I have to import here like d dashboard, and the other one was add to cart. Okay, So we'll see what will show there. So you can see both the component are showing means at a time, means we don't need to show add to cart or dashboard. Okay, whenever there is a it inside the URL localhost 3000, means I want to show that only when dashboard URL updated to dashboard, okay, then only my dashboard component will show. And if the URL is like add to cart, only the add to cart component will be shown there. So like that I have to make a functionality. So for that I have already installed React Router DOM. Okay, so I will use that dependency in the app.js file. Okay, so first I will import uh, the browser router. Okay, so browser router belongs to React Router DOM. This is the parent component in the React Router DOM. Okay, this React Router DOM we are using for navigation purpose. Okay, so this one is my parent component, and inside that we have to use another one component belongs to React Router DOM, these routes, and inside the route there is another component with the name route. Okay, so that route will give us a path, a separate URL to display a particular component. Okay, so here I want to show dash board, and we have to provide another property that with the name element. Okay, and we have to pass the component here. Oh, okay. So one route is created. Okay, now I have to create for add to cart. Okay, then I'll just copy this for add to cart, Control X. Okay, and the route will be separate, add to cart. Okay, I will check first dash dash. First we'll check that dashboard will work or not. First we have to check, yes, here inside the app.js we have provided a separate routing here for the different components. So only when the URL is updated to dashboard, then only this dashboard component will show in the browser. Okay, let's see. Here if I update it to dashboard, you can see this is my dashboard component will showing there. Okay, and if I update it to add to cart, then only and only my add to cart component will, yes, this is add to cart component. Okay, so till now what we have done, everybody understand? Does anyone have some query or doubt? You can ask me. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to make it functional from navbar component. Okay, from navigation bar component, because if we have to click this dashboard option, then dashboard component should show. If I'm going to click add to cart, then add to cart component should show every time. I will not update the URL manually, so that's why we have to provide a navigation bar option there. Okay, yes, here first I have to go navigation bar component.js. Okay, so here you can see there is a list is showing there. Okay, now and there is an anchor tag. If I here anchor tab, if I provide like that, like dashboard dashboard, and here if I provide like that slash add to cart. Okay, Let's see it will work or not. Yes. If I click on dashboard now, so the dashboard component is working. If I am click to add to cart, then add to cart component is showing there. Okay, so means it functionally it is working. But another way that we can work, like here we are using the HTML element. Okay, so now we can also use the link tag which is provided by the React Router DOM. Okay, that plugin that we had installed already. So first we have to type link. Okay, link, and this is my link tag. Okay, it will work like this anchor tag. Okay, there is no difference here. So in the link tag, this link tag is coming from React Router DOM. Okay, just remember this. And here I am providing the same class name, and there is another here in the anchor tag we are using href. So in link tag what we have to use, we have to use two parameter. Okay, and here we can pass the URL. Okay, so I will comment down this, and this is my add to cart. Okay, and the same link I will be used for dashboard. Okay, so dashboard. Okay, now I'll check it is working or not. What it is saying, the base name, use context, we have to remove. Base name of React web model, use contact, that is null. Add to cart element. Okay, let's see that we have to work on anchor tag only. Link tag has some problem. Okay, now what we have to do, what is,
can you remove that link and try?
yes, I'm doing that. Oh, yeah, now what we have to do, we have to display the all product list. Okay, and now in the dashboard.js file. So for that we need to call an API. Okay, so for to calling an API we have to install another plugin with the name at Axios. So I'm going to install Axios. Okay, npm install Axios. Yes, it is installed now. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to show our product in the form of cards. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we need to call call a data to show in the card. So for that we have to use there are two hooks we have to use here. So first one is the use state hook. Okay, so use state hook will be like that. Here first we have to declare a variable like product data, and then there is a function to set the data in the product data variable. Okay, to set product data. Okay, then there is a use state hook provided by the React use state hook, which will be an empty array first. Okay, now the another hook we have to use with the name is use effect. Okay, so this is the use effect hook. So whenever the component loads, so use effect will be called for the first time. If I provide it as an empty array, it will call only once whenever the component loads. Okay, so here you can see the two things I have used: use effect and use state to control my component. This is the use effect is the lifecycle hook, and the use state is a hook which used to store the data. Okay, so first we have to call an API. So for to calling an API we have to use the Axios plugin. Okay, so we just install that Axios plugin. So we'll check how to use that Axios. Okay, so let call API. I have just created a variable let call API. Okay, first what we need to do, we'll create another function. Okay, const to get the all products. Okay, okay, so here we'll call all the products here. So the function will be asynchronous. Asynchronous means till the data is not coming, till the data is not reaching from the API, the async function will stop the process of rendering till the data is coming from the server. Okay, so first to call the API, first we need to create a variable, the name data. Okay, equals to, then we have to use then Axios plugin with the get method. The get method means it is used to access the URL and get the data from the API. So we have to provide another extension like await, await, await. Okay, so first we need to provide an URL. So we'll go through the Swagger. Okay, and inside the Swagger we know get all products. Here we just try it out and execute. So here I'm getting the data. Okay, so these are the data and this is the URL. This is the request URL. So I'll copy this URL and paste inside my project in the dashboard component. Okay, now wait, Axios not imported. Yes, now it is imported. Here you can see Axios is there. Okay, so now what we have to do, just to whatever the data will receive, it will come inside the data, and that data we have to save in the product data variable, which is belongs to use state. Okay, so for that we have to call the second one is the function to save the data inside the product data. So here I'm calling a set variable and inside I have to store this data. So first we will see means how the data is coming there. So I will first console.log data. Okay, we'll check what is there, and the function I need to call inside the use event. Okay, so I'm calling the function inside the use event. Here first we'll see. Yes, I got some data inside my component. Here you can see I just console log with the line number 14, and here inside the line number 14 you can see here. So inside I receive a object. Inside object there is a data, another object, and inside the data there is another data object. So inside that I am receiving the all products values. Okay, so first I will save the data like data. Oh, I will say there is the data keyword will repeat it again and again. So I will just rename response. So we'll set it as this is the response. Okay, so response dot data dot data. Okay, now I will get the all the data inside the product data by using this set product data function. Okay, now I have to show that data in the HTML element. For that I need to create a child component there inside the dashboard. I'll create a one component, the product display.js. Okay, so this is the product component I'm showing there, and I'm passing that product data inside the product display component. Okay, first need to, okay, so we'll receive here as a property. So for that we need to pass product display. Yeah, this one, this is the component. So this is the product display, and I am passing as a data as a property. So the property will be the whatever the data I have set in this function, I am just passing to this component as a property. Okay, so product data will receive here. So if I go to the product display component, okay, I will receive as a props. Okay, and as a props will the data will be shown like that. First we need to yes, okay, so first we need to map this. Map is nothing, it is like a for loop. Okay, we know that JavaScript for loop. So here we can use the product data as a for loop. Okay, in the map we will do that dot map we have to use, and we have to pass a parameter with the name item, and inside the item it will return the HTML data. Okay, the HTML data is nothing but my product display. Okay, so I need to show it as a card. Okay, so to pass as an item. Okay, so there are 4 data. I know that there are 4 data is coming from the server. So by using the map, every one data I will pass as a single card inside the product display. So the product display is nothing but a card component for me. Okay, so if I go to the here, okay, I have to make an HTML like which is looking like a card. So I will go to Bootstrap. I will search cards in Bootstrap. Okay, then I will go to card, first link. Here I will show the data in the form of like this type of card. So I copy that, I'll paste it here. Okay, and the image tag should be self closing. The class should be like class name. Okay, everything is fine now. So let's see how the card will look like in the div. What is showing style? Okay, the style is, and the React we have to display style like this with the double curly braces. Okay, and yeah, now if I see, so you can see there are some cards are displaying from coming from the server. So here you can see our data. These are the static data. Now we have to make it dynamically. So I know that from the props I will receive the data which I pass from the dashboard.js component. Okay, and first I have to understand what is the data I am receiving from the network, or we can say from the API. So I need to go for where I need to go on the network tab. I will reload the application. You can see in the console log also. I just console log all the components. Yes, here you can see inside the data, I have received the data like this, and I have to show this data in the particular cards. Okay, so I will show the product name. So for product name means like I have how can I see here that props dot data dot product name. Okay, and if I want to show the image inside this, so I will bind like this, like props dot data dot what should be the image URL. Yes, you can see this is the key to access the image URL. And okay, let it be. Okay, so you can see here, oh the data is too big now. So for that we need to the class the container. Okay, I'll provide a container and okay, and inside, or we can put this container float to app.js file. So here app.js file I'm mentioning here, like replace it as container float. This is the bootstrap class, and after that I have to container. Now I have to show that cart in the column form. So know that how to show the cards in the column. So here this is the class name, the row, and inside the row there will be a columns. Okay, so columns, class name for the 4. Okay, let's see how it will look. First I have to, okay, so here you can see the cards are arranged in the proper manner, like in the column with the call for I have given there. Okay, so approximately means the dashboard components is completed now. Now I will explain how it is displaying the card. First I make a dashboard component. Inside dashboard component I have make a child component. The child component work is like only to make a single card. Okay, and it will show there are too many cards are showing there because of this map. Okay, now what I have to make, I have to make the quantity button and the add to cart button. Okay, I will go to product display card. So here the go somewhere button will work like as a add to cart button. So I will rename it like that. add to cart. Okay, this should be like button, so I'll make it as button. Okay, now I'm going to find a button group in the Bootstrap. So here I'll see button group. Okay, so this is the button group. I can use it like this. Okay, so the last one I need to copy. Okay, so we'll not show the input, so we just copy this button. As the input. Okay, and like this. So I will place it like plus and minus. I'm just changing the HTML content only. So let's see how it is showing like. Okay, now you can see the plus minus. Okay, minus, it should be like minus button is there. Now I have to apply a logic, and like whenever I click on plus minus, so the one should be changed like 1 2 3 or 3 to 1 like that. So I will create another variable in the use state. Okay, use state like const, the name quantity on. Okay, and set quantity. Here use state, it will be initially it will be 0. Okay, now I will create a function that it changes like 1 2 3 or 3 to 1 like that. So for that I will create a function first, const add, with the name add quantity. Okay, and here what I will do, I will set the quantity to plus or minus, whatever we have to set. So usually it is like quantity plus 1. Okay, because it will always increment. And if I press here, and the quantity I had to bind in the HTML element, so you can just make a curly braces inside that. We have to put that variable. Okay, and on the plus function, yes, this one is the plus function. I can call a click function there, where it will call the add quantity function. Okay, so let's see the plus quantity will work or not. So if I click, yes, it is working. For this it is separately working, for this it is separately working. Okay, so yes, so this functionality is done now, and we can put another div. I'll give a class name padding top 2. Okay, the buttons are sticking together. So okay, now it is looking nice. And yes, now our add to cart. Okay, I will also do that to minus the quantity. Okay, so we create another function that less quantity with the name less quantity. Okay, and we'll put just minus sign there, so it will less the quantity, whatever the quantity he choose on click. Okay, great. So now if I put like that, or if I put like that, so it will be, it is working. Both function buttons are working now, and the value will be displayed in the middle. And add to cart. Now I'm going to create an add to cart function. Okay, so on click. Okay, I will call another function with the name add to cart. Okay, so this is the add to cart function I have created now, and I create one variable which is working as a function here. This is the arrow function. Okay, now what I have to do, I know there is an API to cart my the same quantity amount quantity in the server with my account. Okay, so what I will do, first I need to call an API. So for API, what we have to do, as I told earlier, that we have to use an Axios. So same, we need to call like that Axios dot. First, we need to check which API is there for add to cart. Okay, I will just reload this page. Okay, we'll check add to cart. Yes, this one is the add to cart API. Okay, with the post. Okay, post. Okay, so in the post we need to pass an object. So first, so here it shows that this type of object we need to pass to add to cart for add to cart functionality. Okay, so I just copy this object, that because I just need the same parameter should send to the server. Okay, so I just copy here. I will create an object first. Let obj equals to object. Okay, now I'm going to call the post API. So post, for post, first one is the URL we need to pass. Let us try to pass the URL. Yes, execute. Here you can see this is my URL I need to use. Okay, and I paste it there, and the second parameter will be the object which I need to pass to for add to cart. Okay, so here it is showing that by default things are there. So here you can see from we are starting from last, this is the add date. So this thing we need to pass a date. So this is the date JavaScript function that we are passing whenever we press add to cart button. Okay, now we know that in the props dot data we are receiving this object. So I just need data, inside data. Yes. Okay, so first I will go to the Swagger. I will gather the requirement. First one I need, there is a cart ID. Okay, cart ID is by default 0 here because this is the foreign key in the database. So I will put it as a 0. Okay, no problem. Now there is a customer ID. Customer ID means whenever the user logins, so it will show like 1, 2, 3. So for this user, we will show that the customer ID should be 2. Okay, now product ID. The product ID means whatever we are choosing this like here. So this is the, if I press add to cart of this Samsung E7, so this is my product, and this product having some product ID. Okay, so I will copy the product ID. product ID from here. Okay, this is the product ID. Okay, this is the product ID. So whatever the product ID, it will receive 1, 2, or 3, whatever will binding here. Okay, so how can we bind? So I know that I received the data into props dot data dot product ID. Okay, now the quantity belongs to this variable. Okay, so I'm sending this quantity like this. So my object is now ready, and now I able to add to cart. Okay, now I'll console dot log the response dot data dot. Here you can see in the Swagger, we know there is a message received in the response body. So I will receive this response as a whenever I press add to cart button and I hit that API. So I receive this is message, and there is a code of 200. Okay, so the code is nothing but it is the status. Okay, so we'll check what are the things are coming in the response. Okay, this is await. This is my asynchronous function because I'm hitting an API, so it has to wait. It should wait till that a response is coming from the server. So Axios. Okay. Okay, let's see that it is working or not. You can see here from the. Okay, just press add to cart. Oh, okay, here you can see I received some data like product quantity updated in cart. Means my API is working now, means I have just add to the cart quantity, but we should know that it is added or not. So I will mention an alert here. Here if so alert, I have to show alert with the some conditions. Okay, so here I will show according to the status. If the status is 200, then it means that it is added in the cart. Okay, so if response dot what status. Okay, so response dot status equals to 200. Okay, now sorry, this should be if condition, and I have to show alert that successfully added to cart. Okay, now let's see if I'm going to add this Samsung E7 the quantity one, and I have to add. Okay, the response is this means it is coming that successfully added to cart, means my product is added to the cart. Okay, so this functionality is done, means our first process is done. Now we have to show that add to cart number of carts whatever we added added, we have to show here. Okay, so for that I need to call another API. What API we need to call now? Get cart product by customer ID. Okay, so as we send the customer ID is 2, so we'll check by adding 2 here that the same products are receiving or not. So I just passed and execute. So yes, I have added, means you can see the Samsung E7 was I have added the quantity 1. Yes, it is correctly added to the cart. So so there are 2 items are added in the cart. So so here we can show the amount of count, the total count of products, or we can say item. So we have to show in the dashboard. Okay. Okay, so here we have to show. So let's see it is working or not first. First, for that we have to make as a like we have to make a global variable for that. Okay, so first what we'll see, let's just not showing here, we can show in the dashboard page. Okay, so I will create another variable with the name cart items. Total cart item we can show here. So we'll display here like a badge. Okay, so I will search badges in Bootstrap. Okay, so here you can see there is a notification button and 4. So like that we can show the amount of items in the cart. Okay, so here total cart items. Okay, so for that we need to hit an API that here it is statically showing default as a 4, but we have to show the total amount of carts items in the carts from the API. So for that we need to call we need to create a function with the name okay with the name show cart. So total carts. Okay, total total carts. Okay, so here we need to call an API to receive how many cards are there. So we have to find, yes, this is the URL. Okay, and this is a which type of URL? This is the get type of URL. Okay, so first we need to write let total cards equals to await, because await we need to write because we are calling an API. Okay, and this the function should be asynchronous. Okay, so we'll console first. Console what? Total cards. Okay, so this is the total cards we are receiving from an API, and we need to call first. Okay, so to call we need to call this function. Okay, this function I'm calling now, show total cards. Okay, let's see it will work or not. Dashboard 23. Okay, so I'm getting, yes, I'm getting here you can see inside the data there are 2 cards are showing there. Okay, so what we have to do, we can measure the length of the data, so we'll get the total card count. Okay, so here we can see total cards dot data dot data dot length. Okay, let's see it will show or not. Yes, you can see there are two items in the cart, so we can show, so we can bind here by creating another variable in the use state. So const cart, I will name as cart count. Okay, and set cart count equals to use state. Oh, okay, first it should be 0, and that with the help of set cart count we can store the data in that variable. Okay, so we need to store the length of that cart items, and we can use in this HTML code. Okay, let's see it will work or not. So here you can see here it says that there are total number of 2 items in the cart. Okay, now first I have to make it as the button should be small. Okay, so here total number of 2. Yeah, good. I will put padding there. Yes, okay. Now I have to call this. I know this is my parent, this is my child component. So in child component I am doing the add to cart functionality. Okay, and whenever I press add to cart, so it should update these cart items also. So for that we need to call another function which is used to communicate from child to the parent component. Okay, so I will call the name call parent. Okay, equals to, so the same function I need to call, the name is show total cards. So this is my, okay, I have to put here arrow function. Okay, and now this call parents will come from product display. Whenever I press add to cart, and if the cart is successfully added, then I will call the prop function. Okay, so with the name prop dot, okay, let's see it is working or not. So if I put like that 1 2 3 and add to cart, yes, the cart is updated here also, you can see. So this is called that parent child communication. From child we can call the parent function. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Okay, so that is it, guys. After this functionality, there is some other process like payment gateway, so which will not included here. This will be the other process. So that is it. This is the basic functionality of a particular e-commerce website. And if anyone has some queries, you can ask me.